Hi, this is Richard Jarofsky with Focus Management. Joining me today is Domenic Mattina. Domenic is the president of Mattina Mechanical, a mechanical contracting company based in Hamilton, Ontario. And Domenic has been a client of Focus Management for something like 9 or 10 years now, Domenic. So I'm very pleased to have you join me today to talk about some of the significant things that you've learned and experienced over the years of us working together. And I think in many cases probably connected to our work together, but sometimes it's just the other things that sort of happen along the way that our listeners might like to hear about. So why don't we just get started? So first of all, Domenic, what kinds of things come to mind when I say, what have you learned? What have you picked up? What have you experienced on your journey?
Well, thank you, Richard. I'll go back to when we first met, because that's where it all started. And I was introduced to you back in the day. I was more actively involved in the not-for-profit work in the industry that I'm in construction. As you know, I've been on numerous not-for-profit boards at the executive level and have participated in strategic planning sessions at the not-for-profit level. And in that time, I think you were one of the consultants that was introduced to one of the groups. And we never did work with you at the not-for-profit level. And I think it was mainly because your structure was more involved. And at that level that we were working on, they just wanted to kind of scratch the surface. And that's really you all have the time for at a board of that nature. But when it comes to a business owner like myself, growing business, scratching the surface is not enough when it comes to looking at the direction and goals of the business. And I thought you had the most robust, most detailed process that would actually make a strategic plan worth its weight. And because having a document, spending 2 days on it, and then putting it on a shelf and looking at it once a year doesn't really cut it for me. And I don't think it really cuts it for any organization. But a lot of organizations do that. And what I really was focused on with Focus Management was how detailed your process is and how it gets into the entire organization. And that's what has created the 8-9 year relationship, because these things take time. Can't do it in 2 days, can't do it in 1 year. It takes time. And you're always going back, revisiting, changing. So what also kept us at this length of time is, of course, your experience, the company's experience, and the ability of your ability to facilitate tough meetings, because we've had a lot of tough meetings. And that experience with your process has helped us get to where we are today. And if I talk a little bit about the importance of this process for me as an organization, as a business owner, because a lot of business owners can share, we tend to have a lot of good information, good thoughts in our heads, and we have a good feel for things in our gut, and we tend to we tend to grow in that manner in the early days, and it's hard to articulate some of those thoughts and feelings to your whole team. And as the team grows, if you don't build a process to communicate that, then it's going to really hamper your ability to grow. And then on the flip side, there's a lot of things I don't know. And I really look to the good people we have for their contribution, because that also helps shape our growth and our vision. You've helped us get there. We come together in a very highly structured fashion, and you get everybody's thoughts and ideas on the table and then on paper. And then we revisit it, we adjust it, we change it, but we do it in such a structure that it's not always in my head or another individual's head, but we're doing it where we can have good debates and reach a consensus. So for me, that's been one of the most critical points of dealing with focus management and helping us get to this point.